Okay. Welcome to yet another tutorial of MIT App Inventor. It's the Kawa team out here taking you through the user interface of this MIT App Inventor. So if you're ready to unlock the world of app development without any form of coding, then you're just in the right place. And in this video we are going to dive into powerful components that our MIT App Inventor can present to us so that we can make our app so interactive to the users. So as you can see across all over the screen, this is the interface that displays when you open our MIT App Inventor. And most of us could be wondering what different things stand for, but in this particular video we are going to go over most of the things you are seeing on this screen, so that our app development in the future shall be easier for us to identify particular things. So over here we shall start with the user interface here found in the palette section. Then here we have the viewer section, where our components we get from the palette section shall be displayed on our phone. We have something here that looks like a phone. Basically here we assemble our components so that they can reflect on a real phone. Then here we have all components, where all the names of the components appear. Then here in the properties section we basically have settings for our particular components that we have dragged onto this viewer section here. So what we are heading on here, we are going to discuss these different components that are found here in the palette section, because we all need them in our app development and we need to know what they do so that we can head on to our way to becoming pro app developers in a systematic way. So we shall start with a button here, and this button component is basically a clickable element that can trigger an action. When a user clicks it, it can do something. For example, for a submit button, when you click a submit button in your app, it can save data or it can do something that a user will physically do when they are interacting with it. Then down right here we have a checkbox, and this checkbox lets a user select or deselect options in case you are agreeing to terms and conditions of an app or a company. Then you can select this checkbox and it will be checked in for you to agree, or check out for you to disagree. Right here we have a circular progress, and basically this circular progress will display a running or loading progress, but in a circular format, and this keeps loading until a particular amount of data has been loaded on your application for a user to continue with. We have a date picker right here, so we can just keep dragging and dropping our components on the phone screen, but depending on which components you work with, they are the ones that you will always choose. So a date picker allows us to choose a date from a calendar. Say you are selecting a birth date in a registration form, this date picker will surely work for us. We have an image picker as well, and this helps us display images in our applications. It's so small here, but when we give it an alignment, it will surely look nice in our apps. We have a label here, and labels basically display static data. They just give directions, like you can have a welcoming message, and where do you want to show it? How should the user know this is a welcoming message? We shall use a what? We shall use our label here to show. Then we have linear progress, and basically this works like the circular progress, though in a linear form, like keeps on loading data but in a linear form. We have a list picker here, and the list picker basically opens items in a list form so that a user can pick. Can be a drop down list, so a whole list will drop down like a curtain, and a user can pick a particular thing, a particular item from there. In case you are selecting a country, or you are selecting a country acronym, you are selecting a number or something like that, a list picker is a good component we can use. Then you have a list view right here, and this list view basically also works like a list picker, but this one will help us display our items in a list form, so we can show our chat messages in a list form. So that is by the aid of a list view component. We have a notifier, which is a non-visible component, but this one helps us to receive alerts in case there have been updates we have made on our app. It will surely run alerts on the phones of our users so that they can easily make updates or something like that, or notifications in the app. A user can interact with the notifier. We have a password text box, and this password text box basically hides input characters. When you are signing into a password, we do not want other people to see our passwords because they are our passwords. So this helps us hide the characters so that no one else can see them. We have a slider. We have a slider right here, and basically this slider will help us also pick values by sliding them in case we are having long text that cannot fit on the screen. So we can use this slider to run from end to end so that we can choose particular things. We have a spinner also here. A spinner, you can put it somewhere here. I think we are running out of space, but when you are working with it, it basically works in a way of showing a drop down list so that our user can pick a particular item from there. It can be gender, it can be a language, it can be anything we are working with. That will surely help us. We have a switch, so most items have filled our screen, but yeah, we shall work with that. We have a switch that helps us to go, that helps us switch on something or off in case you are signing into our application. So you can choose to remember your data or choose not to remember your data. So our switch will help us there. We have a text box right here, and in this text box is where the user inputs data. It is always plain and blank for a user to fill in their data. We have a time picker here, and time picker also works like our date picker, though this one is specific for time. You can choose a particular time in case you are setting an alarm, you are setting an appointment time or something like that. Our time picker works for us if you are working with applications to do with alarms. Then we have our web viewer, and this web viewer will help us embed web pages inside our apps in case our user wants to draw information from the website. Then they don't literally have to leave our app and go to browse maybe Wikipedia, then they come back. They can just use that web viewer where we have a particular link coded straight to a particular website, and it can take them straight there to that particular web page, and they can draw data and continue interacting with our app. Thank you. See you in another video.